Clear efficiency, helping you get clear on the efficiency of your home. Okay, Beverly and Roy, I am up in the attic space right now, just taking a quick look around, seeing what it is that you guys have and seeing how it is that we might best be able to help you guys out here. So first and foremost, what we're looking at is the type of insulation that you guys have here in your attic floor. This particular stuff is an older version of the fiberglass type of insulation. Definitely not a bad type of insulation. Really the only difference between this older version and the newest version, which is what I have, is the older version. If I were to put it directly on my skin, it still is going to have that irritational factor to it, and it's still going to be itchy to the touch, right? Whereas the new stuff, it's non-toxic and non-itch, so I can take it and put it directly on my skin and it will have zero irritational effect. This is the new stuff, which is rated for schools and hospitals now. Okay, your stuff is still no dust, but it still had that irritational factor. But as far as its ability to insulate and do its job, pretty similar. So yours is not bad. Your biggest issue is that you just don't have enough. So that brings me to my second point, which is your level. So I have a little ruler here. Right now you guys are coming in right around a 4-inch mark pretty evenly, with a few exceptions. In areas where you have absolutely nothing, you have a pretty even blanket, and I'm talking about this section right here. I'll get a little closer in just a moment, but just so you guys can see where you're at, you guys are coming in right around this 4 inches, and that puts you right around an R9. Just to put that in perspective, bare minimum code right now is R38. So this is where all new homes are being built, okay? And then the very most insulation that you would put in the home for the maximum effective insulation is 20 inches at R60. Anything above this is what we call diminishing returns, which means we can double up and give you 40 inches. It won't provide you any more value than it will right here at this 20, but at the very least, we want to get you the code. So pretty simple on that. Now, where you're at right now with the R9, okay, and insulation is done in increments. The smallest increment is 19, the next is 30, 38, so on and so forth. Where you're at right now with the R9, I would come in and blow 30 over the top of your existing R9. 30 plus 9 will land you just a hair above what is considered code right now, okay? So pretty simple on that, okay? Now, you guys had mentioned interest in energy efficiency as well as radiant barrier, and knowing where we would stack those. So I'll talk about those different things. You guys are in PG&E territory. You are not in SMUD. However, SMUD is the only utility company that gives a rebate for this work, and they give a $3,000 rebate, and that's for sealing and insulating. Okay, and what that is referring to is if this is your home, right? Hot air rises, it stacks on the ceiling, and it looks for avenues of escape, and then it gets up into the attic space, which obviously doesn't benefit you, right? And then vice versa, those same avenues which the heat was previously going up is avenues in which the heat during the summertime is more easily coming back down, okay? In combination with the low levels of insulation, you have a lot more heat being bled in. So again, I say all that to have said this: they give you that $3,000 to go to all your penetrations and seal them up, which does two things. One, it's going to allow your units to run less, because now you're not wasting energy into the attic space. So now your HVAC unit, even if you haven't upgraded it, will now run less and do more work, right? But also it's going to improve air quality. So I'm going to take you to one spot over here, just some one area so you can see the penetration. Maybe I'll take you to two, because I got a can light right in front of me, which is similar. So again, they drill this hole. Now there's no insulation here, right? But they drill this hole here, and they did what they were supposed to. They drilled a big hole. They've got the unit housed, but inevitably there's gaps all the way around this, right? And so the utility companies want us to come around to these areas and seal them up with the foam, and that is going to improve your energy efficiency and your air quality. Now that was an example with one where insulation was already moved, and so it's treating it like a filter at all times. But on this one, this is what it looks like without the seal. And that dust has the ability to get stuck to the insulation. That dust is decades old, and it gets forced back down through those same cracks and crevices that it was previously coming up, right? And that's in all these areas, a gap here. And so again, the utility companies want us to come around, seal up all of this, and stop this transfer from going back into your home. So definitely air quality is improved, but for sure energy efficiency. Your units won't run nearly as much now, especially sealing that up on top of actually getting up to code. Your units will certainly run a great deal less, okay? The last thing you guys were interested in was the radiant barrier. We can talk more about that. Again, it does go on this section here, okay? There's a few different ways to install it. We don't do the way where it goes right here. We like that gap because it gives you the biggest effect. So the radiant barrier would go across the joist just like this and have this gap here, okay? And that effectively cuts off about 97% of the sun's heat. So that's good, okay? However, I would say in your home, you would want to take care of what's above you so that your units run less, versus if you just took care of this first. So in the scenario in which you take care of the attic first and you have zero insulation on the attic floor during the wintertime, your heat, even if you don't upgrade any of this, no seal, no insulation, your heat is still going to move up, okay, and causing you to run your unit more, and then it starts getting trapped in the attic because of the radiant barrier, which doesn't assist you whatsoever having it trapped up here, right? Which is why we don't recommend it being the first step. We insulate first, and then we can trap it, right? And that way, by insulating first, I'm keeping everything inside my home, and the radiant barrier is going to serve as keeping the heat away from me, definitely during the summertime, right? And that's really the purpose, is to really make sure that it's cutting back on the degree of heat that's coming in during the summertime. So the radiant barrier is going to act as though you guys had a big old oak tree that was planted all the way around the home and you had a bowl of shade. That's how radiant barrier is going to work, okay? So pretty simple, guys. That's everything that I'm looking at. That's just a few options to consider in my professional opinion. Sooner rather than later. Roy, second video here. We're at the unit. It connects right here where you see the yellow batting wrapped around, okay? And it comes over, and then it then turns into the R6 right here, okay, just above where that black line is going over the ducts here, okay, and then it's R6 till it hits the splice point. And I was incorrect because I believe the bathroom is actually this guy right here, but this is your bedroom right here, and that carries all the way down. Bear with me here. All the way down to where it connects actually at your bedroom point. So if you give me a second, I'll show you the nomenclature here so you know what I'm referring to. Okay, so we'll use this one first. This is a silver one, and it says right here, forgive the glare, but that says R-6. So this is a R6 rated duct. So it's considered energy efficient. And then this one right here is the one going to your bedroom. And we're at R4.2. So this is an older duct. I'm sure that this one has the, yeah, so yeah, again, this is just an older duct. We could easily replace that. It's not a problem, but I just wanted you guys to have a knowledge of what was up here. Okay, so pretty simple. Thank you.